Hey everybody, this is Perch, and I know you're excited about this. It's the third X-Men voting poll. I don't have Joe here to torture him this time, but even though we're heading into Fall of X in the summer, by the way, if you truly want to be disturbed, keep in mind we have Dark Web, the X-Men Spider-Man crossover that's happening right now, starting of the year. Then we have Fall of X in the summer, and we've started to get some. And then we have this little mini Ghost Rider event. That's not an event, just a crossover with two extra overpriced issues to kind of sandwich it between. But we apparently are getting a Winter X-Men event, so we're supposed to hear announcement on that soon. I've seen a little bit of information passed to the retailers, so I told I can't talk about it yet, but within a week probably can. So this will be some comics solicited for November, December, which is completely normal for comics to be solicited 11 months out. It's funny because I made that joke to Joe, and the day less than 24 hours later, it's not a joke. How about that? Anyway, I'm bearing the lead here. The polls are open. And so this is the third annual version of the Hellfire Gala / voting / roofie party. And the fans now get to vote on who will join the X-Men. So we've got a handful with 6 candidates, and those candidates are Cannonball, Dazzler, Frenzy, Jubilee, Juggernaut, and Prodigy. So the first year, the X-Men polling went on. Polaris was picked, and she made a huge impact in the X-Men comic by Jerry Duggan. And then last year they selected Firestar, who made a huge impact in the last 12 months, or I guess 7 months. It's only been 7 months. As Joe pointed out, and I've mentioned before, I'm pretty sure we haven't actually seen the full X-Men team appear yet in a comic, the full voted in team. But who cares about that? It's time for another vote. So at any rate, right now, it's the current speculation, if you're looking at Twitter, is that Jubilee, Dazzler, and Juggernaut are leading the polls, with nobody giving a flying fuck about Prodigy and barely anything about Frenzy, which indicates that comic fans are racist. But anyway, so the polls are open now. And Marvel, here's how Marvel, basically, they're going to be open for a couple days, only until Friday. So, I'm recording this video and getting it out quick because, you want to get in there and vote before Friday so your vote counts. Remember, if you don't vote, you have no right to complain ever. That's the way it works. I don't make the rules. Anyway, the characters are described by Marvel this way. We've got Cannonball, one of the original New Mutants, a second class of students in the Xavier School. Sam Guthrie has come a long way. His ability to transform into a human cannonball, propelling himself with great force at high speeds while making himself nigh invulnerable, has taken him from an awkward, lanky teen to a married father who is both a former X-Men and Avenger. Why not rocket him to the front lines again? That is exhausting. Am I going to go through 6 of these, really? Okay. Dazzler. Dazzler first made it to the scene as a pop star, disco star. A disco pop star. All right. Using her secret mutant power to transform sound into light as part of her stage show, becoming a hero and joining the X-Men never dimmed her star power, even as she learned to use her ability to dazzle an offensive weapon. Since then, she's been a SHIELD agent, freedom fighter, mother to a time paradox, and a vampire hunter. Isn't it time for Alison Blair to reclaim center stage? Now, Alison recently appeared in the X-Terminators book where she talked about having a juicy dumper. So there you have it. A Frenzy. Superhuman strength, speed, stamina, agility, reflexes, and durability have made Joanna Cargill a formidable opponent to anyone who crosses her. From her early days, opposed the X-Men as a member of Apocalypse's Alliance of Evil, her time as one of Magneto's acolytes and Mr. Sinister's marauders, to her time on the side of good with the Jean Grey School, and eventually as an intergalactic ambassador with Sword. Frenzy has what it takes to tackle anything, except winning this vote. But anyway, Jubilee. Having joined the X-Men as a teenage runaway in one of Chris Claremont's weirder ideas, Jubilation Lee has been shooting explosive fireworks out of her hands into the face of evil for many years when she lost her powers in M-Day. Even so, they didn't stop her from fighting what's right, first as a new warrior using a power suit and later as a vampire, going against every monstrous urge that came with that transformation. Cured of her curse, when her mutant powers returned, Jubilee deserves to reclaim her spot on the X team. Jubilee is one of those kind of 90s favorite nostalgia picks by people who I convinced don't read comics. But anyway, Juggernaut. The non-mutant stepbrother of Professor X, Kane Marco, long ago claimed the gem of the ancient god Kurotak, transforming him into the unstoppable brute known as Juggernaut. For many years, he was a thorn in the X-Men's side, frequently rampaging through their lives, leaving wreckage behind. More recently, however, Kane has shaken off the evil influence of his Dark Master, claiming the power of Juggernaut under his own terms and making amends for his past deeds. He also thoroughly plowed She-Hulk in a comic and made Dan Slott really angry about it. So Dan Slott kind of claimed to retcon that away, but bullshit. He nailed She-Hulk. Prodigy. Prodigy possesses the power of psychomimetry, a form of telepathy that grants him the skills and knowledge of those in his proximity. This allows him equal mastery of any skill, mental or physical, as those around him. His ability to retain knowledge from those sources make him even more formidable mutant, one who is brilliant at biology, computers, martial arts, and strategic planning, but not sales. David Alien may borrow from others, but he is one of a kind. All right. So those are our candidates, and you've got 3 days or so, and here we go. So there you have it. This, of course, leads into Fall of X. It will be the other kind of big event coming out of the Hellfire Gala, which is supposed to have a big stinger in it that kicks off this event. And Jerry Duggan is saying, the X-Men have been winning for a long time, but have they? Have they, though? Anyway, how long did you think the villains are going to leave them alone? And that this will cross over with Iron Man, another book Jerry Duggan is running right now, where Long is working with Orcus, and good times. So anyway, this is what we're getting into, Fall of X, and Marvel's teasing pretty hard that this could be the end of the Krakoa era, which to me indicates it will definitely not be. But who knows? The one thing I can be absolutely certain for is that nothing will ever be the same again. So that's the X-Men vote. And I guess 2 questions for you. Number 1, who are you voting for? And number 2, why in the hell are they doing this? So if anybody has the answers to those, please, by all means, give it a shot in the comments below. Like and subscribe, of course, as always, and thanks for listening.